You've clicked on this video, so the chances are you've already gone down the Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole of businesses to start online. The one main thing holding you back, apart from the onslaught of what seems to be endless information, is fear. Mainly the fear of failing. With a stat that reads 20% of businesses fail within the first year, it gets harder and harder to pull the trigger in getting anything started. So the main question is, what's the lowest risk business out there right now that I can start with very little investment? Through years and years of personal trial and error, I have found the simplest business to start online today, and this is a business that generated us over 7 figures in revenue just last year. And I'll prove this through one simple thing at the end of this video called data. But first, let's take a step-by-step look at this business model to show you just how simple it is.
All right, so our favorite way to do this is to just work with items that we know and that we love. So for this example today, I'm just gonna grab a supplement that I actually use in the gym all the time. And by the way, we're reselling large brand name items. So I want you to take a little challenge away from this. Look around whatever space you're currently in, and even think about some of your favorite big brand name items that you use every single day. These could be items like Tide, Bounty, Sharpie, any of these massive brand name items that you know about could be potential amazing items for an Amazon business that can make you tons of money. So let's dive in with my favorite supplement. This is a brand called Mutant, and this is a sweet iced tea essential amino acids, right? And this is just one example, but I want to make it abundantly clear how we can go in and how we actually make money with this really simple system. And we're even going to dive in and show you exactly where you could get this item from yourself. So first thing we're going to notice as we dive in here is a couple different things. I want to draw your attention to the right-hand side. This is something called the Amazon buy box. Now this Amazon buy box can be seen on any single Amazon page. So literally, if you've purchased something on Amazon, chances are you've seen and used this buy box. And so the cool thing about this is that anytime a customer clicks add to cart or buy now, the seller that's actually in the ships from and or sold by sections will actually get credit for the sale. So our goal here, one thing to remember is we want to get our names into this actual buy box, and we want customers to add to cart or buy now on our items so that we make those sales. So as we can see, if we scroll down, there's a couple different variations of this item, and these are just different flavors. So many different items can be shown in different ways. But what I want to draw your attention to is one simple program that we use that can show you exactly what the potential is for this one silly little item. So as we can see, our Hero Launchpad software will actually tell us the monthly units sold of this item. So this does 316 sales every single month on Amazon.com. This equates to a monthly revenue of $7,265. So near 10K per month with this one single item is being transacted every single month on Amazon. So you can already see how powerful it can be to start adding items like this to your very own Amazon store.
I think another question people might have is, okay, so like if other people are trying to sell this exact same item, how do I become the company that actually gets into that buy box? Like, what do I have to do? Do I have to bribe Amazon, or what do I have to do?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the beauty of this entire system is Amazon will actually rotate the sellers throughout the buy box. So if you were to come in, you were to source this item and you use the FBA program, which we're going to break down in just a few minutes. So make sure to stay all the way to the end of the video. But you were to price this item at $22.99, you would actually start to get a share or a percentage of time where your seller name would actually be previewed in this buy box. So the exciting thing here is we just need to find items that have opportunity. We then go ahead and we check how many monthly units it sells, how much revenue it ultimately makes. And then we're going to go out and source some of these items from what's called wholesale suppliers, which we're about to get into. Then we would go ahead and purchase and ship these items in, price them competitively, and then we'd be able to sell through these units and ultimately make a profit. So what we're going to do here, we're going to pop open to our favorite website, Google, and we're actually going to use Google to help us identify how we might actually get access to this mutant gear product, right? So we're going to pop into the search terms, and what we're going to do is we're going to do mutant wholesale distributors. And then what we want to do here is we want to break it down to a specific geographical location. So I'm going to use Southern California. And so if we're very specific with our search terms, if we can dial into our local area, this is going to help Google bring us the best results possible. So if you're located in Southern California, for example, if you're located in New York, New Jersey, wherever you're located, type that in and it's going to bring you better, more relevant results. And so from here, we're actually going to go through and we're going to take a look at a few different links and resources that can actually potentially be suppliers for our business. So as we go through, we're not going to want to pay attention to any of the ads. We're only going to want the natural organic results. And so here, what we're looking for is a couple of different key terms or keywords. And so we want to look for things like wholesale. We want the word mutant because that's the brand we're looking for, probably included there as well. And those are going to be good indicators of what makes a fantastic supplier for us. So as we can see, we see TropicanaWholesale.com. They sell mutant, Tropicana Wholesale. I'm just going to open a couple up in a tab and we're going to take a quick look at them here together to see if they would be a good fit. The next one we see is MuscleFitnessWholesale.com. Buy mutant mass at wholesale prices, official distributor. That is absolutely perfect for what we're looking at. So now that we have a couple potential suppliers open, let's hop over to the websites and let's do a little further research to understand if they might be a great fit for our actual businesses. So popping in here, we see Tropicana Wholesale. We see they're currently doing some clearance on these. And then we see one really nice piece of information that lets me know that this is a good fit for our business model. This says sign in to see prices. Now, the whole key to making profit with this business is to purchase items at a wholesale price or a discounted price from our suppliers so that we can then return to Amazon and we can sell at these retail prices. And what we're going to do is we're going to pocket the difference between what we pay our suppliers and what we sell for on Amazon. And that's how we make a profit with this business model. So this supplier here, Steven, is one great supplier to see because we would actually want to go ahead and open up an account so we can get access to these wholesale prices.
Exactly. And so you might be watching this video today thinking, hey, I'm a beginner. I've never done this before. This company are not going to want to work with me. And the reality is that companies like this are more than happy to work with you because they want to sell this product, right? They're a distributor of this item or a wholesaler of this item. They want to move it on, right? So they're not going to just say, go away. We don't want to speak to you. They're actually are going to listen to you. And as long as you answer a couple of simple questions, you're not some weirdo, they're going to be happy to work with you, right? So let's say you're not a weirdo, which I know you're not, right? So congratulations. And you do get pricing back from this company. Well, then, Mike, I think one of the questions some people today might have is, okay, so how would I know if I'm going to make money or not with this product? Like, I mean, is there some kind of calculator I can utilize or something like that, which would tell me ahead of time, oh yeah, if you sell it at this price and you get at this, you buy at this price, you're going to make a certain amount of money. Like, is there a tool we could use to show people what that might look like on Amazon?
Yeah, absolutely. So once we find wholesale suppliers like this, and even just scrolling here, we do see that they have multiple different products from this brand. We would then go, like Steven said, open up an account with them. They're then going to give us a list of all the different products they have, all the prices that they're offering those products to us for. And then we're going to use a handy little software we have here called RevSeller. RevSeller can actually tell us all of the financials, what exactly is the case when we're looking at making profit with these items. So all we would do here is we let RevSeller actually populate the buy price or the purchase price, we're then going to have our buy cost. This is going to be the cost that our supplier offers the product to us at. Now, obviously, we're going to have maybe a small cost to ship the item and things like that. But say, for example, if we could ship an item and purchase the item for, let's call it $10, right? So we come in here, we type in $10. And so we can easily see here with this product that we grabbed from our wholesale supplier, we're actually making a net profit of $4.10. We're making a return on our investment or an ROI of 41%. And our overall margin is 18%, meaning every single time one of these units sells, we get 18% of that as profit in our pocket at the end of the day. So now what we would do is we'd go ahead, take those revenue numbers that we saw before, and we would go ahead and multiply those out to see how much money that we could potentially make with just this one item, right? And the beautiful thing about this is, as we see here, this supplier has not only one mutant item or one item for sale, they will have hundreds, sometimes thousands of different items for you to look for. So now it's just up to you to check them out on Amazon, see how well they sell, how much money you can make, and then you can go back to a supplier. And the way we opened up this video and talked about, you can actually do this with a really low budget. You can come to your supplier and you can buy 10 or 20 pieces of an item for, tens or maybe $100. And you can actually get this business started with a little budget of as little as $100 or $200.
Exactly. So we now know we can make money with these items. What kind of happens next?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say the next step here is to start to just understand how much money we could ultimately make and what this could potentially look like for us. And to do this, let's go ahead and use our favorite calculator that we created. And we're just going to be able to show you at a couple different areas how powerful this business truly can be. So we're going to start with the number of suppliers. And Steven, I'll get you to go ahead and tell me each of the inputs. And then we're going to go ahead and take a look at the results together.
I got it. Well, you're watching this video today, so I know you're ambitious. So let's put it at 5 suppliers. That's what we're going to get to. Not today. We're going to work towards getting to 5 suppliers. Let's say then that each supplier, on average, we're going to find 7 products, just to pick a strangely random number, right? 7 products per supplier. Let's just say we're making $4 a sale every time we make a sale. Obviously, like some items could be a lot more than that, depending on the sales price and what we buy it at. Some could be a little bit less, but $4 is like a fair average for you today. And let's just say on average, like per item, we make 3 sales a day on average, just to kind of give us a number there. So then, Mike, we've got our results on the right-hand side. We've got revenues. That's $1 million. I didn't realize that's $1 million business right there. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I mean, that's not a whole lot, right? It's very, very minimal actually for what we're talking about. So that's $1 million business right there. And you might be looking at this thinking, oh, it's an annual profit of 151,000. That sounds like you might think it sounds like a lot. You might think it doesn't sound like a whole lot. You have to remember something with this business model. What's so exciting about it is we're ordering from domestic suppliers. Mike, we were looking at somebody in the US. Obviously, if you're selling in the UK, if you were selling in Canada, you would look for suppliers in those countries. So like, you're not going to have big import costs. You're not going to have to order hundreds of units per item. And actually on that point, Mike, like let's say you were going to a company like this, like how many units could we order per product? Would it be 100? What does that kind of look like? What might a potential order kind of look like with a company like this?
Yeah, absolutely. So generally in this industry, there's things called case packs. And generally a case pack, if you've ever been to the grocery store, maybe you've seen the grocery clerk unpacking the different cardboard boxes of items. Generally, case packs come in 6s or 12s. So sometimes your suppliers that you're going to open up accounts with, their only minimum or mandate is that you at least buy case packs. So you could literally go in and buy 6 or 12 of a single item. The item that we looked at before, we said our buy price would be maybe $10. So say we had to buy 12 of this item. We're in it for about $120, and we were making $4 profit per item. So every $120 that we spend, we're actually making $48 back in profit in our pocket at the end of the day, right? And the powerful thing with this business is the compounding interest effect. So what that is essentially we put in $120, we get out $48 back. We put in now $120 plus $48. We're going to get even more back. And the more times that you're able to do that and compound that effect, all of a sudden you're going to have thousands and thousands of dollars into your business. And then you're going to look at adding more products. Then you're going to look at adding more suppliers.
Yes.
And before you know it, the snowball effect will come together and you'll have yourself $1 million business that is quite literally making you 6 figures in profit every single year. And I just think that's the best message we could share with people. Yeah. The fact that you can start today with just the knowledge that we've showed you here and be able to go out and start paving the way to $1 million business, Steven, I think is just incredibly powerful.
As basic as that sounds, data doesn't lie. And as promised, let's take a look at what we generated with this business last year.
All right, so we're taking a snapshot of our account. It is the morning, so we've only actually sold 9 items here today. But I want to just show you live the entire breakdown of 2022. So we're going to change these dates here together. Let's look at January 1st, 2022 to December 31st. We just go ahead and we click apply. And then as we can see, $1,058,029 done in the entire year, live here on our account.
And just like that, the looking glass seems a lot clearer, and you can finally visualize your path to a business you can start with very little money. Now, am I saying this business doesn't come without any challenges? Absolutely not. But of course, every challenge is a lesson. It's going to teach you something absolutely vital that you can use for the rest of your business career. Now, if you'd like to learn more about what we do at Marketplace Superheroes, jump down to the description area and click the link. And that's it for today. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.